One of the best things you can do as a young individual is to become addicted to learning. Whether it's in sales, whether it's in content creation, whether it's in mathematics, whether it's in engineering, whether it's in literature, whatever it is. I feel like the best possible skill that is literally free that you can develop literally today is learning to learn. You have to fall in love with the process of learning. Once again, whatever it is, it can be in any type of field that you really want to get yourself into. Because in the pursuit of excellence, you will discover so many new segments of yourself, so many new perspectives of yourself that you thought were once invisible to you, but right now they're right here in front of you, and you can actually take advantage of that. And we live in the 21st century, we live in 2026 right now. Every single thing is almost available online. The only thing, once again, my friend, that it takes to learn as much as you can, as much as you want, comes down to the fact that you actually sit down, try to learn the thing that you really want to do, try to learn the skill that you really want to master. Because of course there are some things behind the paywall, you can say, but in general there are also a lot of free things that you can go on YouTube, or even like whatever else software that you're using. You can go on any platform that has, for example, like educational videos, educational long form videos, and you can learn almost like anything in this day and age. So I think we're living in this time, once again, in the 21st century, where you can literally cultivate a skill which is once again free, that you can literally cultivate today, which is the skill of learning and being able to absorb information every single day through books, through lectures, through courses, through whatever you want to do, and become a fucking mastermind. Like become a, not only like the cliche thing that a lot of people say, like become the best version of yourself, but also become just a master artist, like become a renaissance man, like a person that is not one-dimensional, a person that sees the world through a multidimensional perspective, that actually has learned a lot of skills and wants to combine them together. You can learn so much, my friend. Like genuinely, I'm still in the process of that, of course. That's why I can talk about it. That's why I come in front of a camera and talk about this. But this is so important. Like I cannot stress this enough. There is so much information out there. For the people that are still watching, it can resonate with this message. There is so much information out there, my friend, literally free today, that you can discover, like that you can really hold on to, that you can really learn about, that is really free. You can become the person that you really want to become, a person that has already learned the skill. It is possible, my friend. Like for example, when I'm talking about myself, I never could tell stories in front of a camera, and I never could even talk in front of a camera for like more than 30 seconds. I would just break down and I would forget words. And even in the Dutch language, or even in the my mother's language, which is the Persian language, I could not even sit still and record a video for 30 seconds long. But right now I'm doing it in the English language. Why is it? Because I've learned, of course, through so much volume that I've done, but I've also been to YouTube, I've also been to these other, you can say, courses, and I've studied storytelling, I've read books about storytelling. I've calmed my mind down. Why? Because every single piece of information almost is just available, it's just free. You can just get it right now. And as a young man, or as a young individual, my friend, if you become addicted to learning, if you become addicted to the mindset that you want to learn as much as possible in whatever field it is, history, like academics, like everything outside of academics, whatever field it is, if you become addicted to learning and implementing consistency on that on a daily basis, and learn more and more and more and absorb more information out, of course, you will not only become more intellectual, not only become smarter, but you just become a person that has kind of like cultivated himself in order to pursue a skill that he or she is very much interested in and wants to kind of like make a career out of. And of course, it takes months, it takes years, or sometimes even decades to master a worthwhile craft. So if you're watching this video and you think, oh my God, I'm gonna learn a new skill, let me try on YouTube and let me learn sales, for example, and you're gonna think you're gonna learn sales in a week. Is that possible? Of course, there are people out there, but when we're talking about learning a skill, my friend, what you also have to keep in mind is that it takes a very long time. It takes a very long time. I'm talking about years, my friend. It took me 3 to 4 years to actually come in front of a camera and record a decent video without, like, you know, editing a lot, with just a one-take video. It took me like 3 to 4 years to talk in the English language in a way that I'm doing right now, where I'm just genuinely one with the camera. Like, it took a very long time to do that. So I want you to realize that we're living in a time in the 21st century, whatever you want to say, the negative things about this 21st century, like Gen Z, whatever, but you have to also look at the positive perspective, which is we're living in the best times right now. The best times to learn as much as you can. You have podcasts, you have books, you have courses, you have YouTube, you have so many different things that you can learn and grasp really difficult, complex ideas. Once again, if you want to do this, it takes time, but you can do it. I genuinely believe that you can do it. I was just running, I ran 3 kilometers, like a very, very short run, but I just wanted to run to get a little bit out of my mind. And I was running and I was thinking to myself, like, damn, that is actually right. Like, we're living in such a deep, like in such a big world right now that is kind of like interconnected with everything. And of course, the world in itself is a very complex thing. But inside the world that we're living in, with social media, with the internet and stuff, you can literally learn so many different things. You can become literally, like I said, the Renaissance man, even though that sounds very cliche, but it's true. You can think multidimensionally. You can learn so many different skills outside of your one-dimensional perspective of I have to do only this. You will become a weapon if you do that. You genuinely will become a weapon if you do that. So my friend, to summarize this entire topic, I just thought this when I was running. I had this idea in my mind that please, like I'm also talking to my younger self, you can say, right now through this lens, through this camera that I'm recording this video on. Fall in love with the process of learning. Fall in love with learning new things, because that will make you a person that has cultivated a skill that he or she can use later. But in order to do that, not only does it cost a lot of time, because you have to implement consistency on a daily basis on the thing that you really want to master, on the skill that you really want to pursue, but it also takes some dedication in order to actually sit down and actually do the work. But if you find that thing that clicks, and if you have the information available on the internet, if you implement consistency on a daily basis, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. The only person that can stop you then, my friend, is you. Keep in mind, my friend, if you're watching this video, first of all, you're blessed. You're blessed. Like genuinely, I want you to believe that you're blessed. And you're also blessed with the fact that we're living in a time where a lot of information is just available and you can actually get access to it for free. And of course, there are some things behind the paywall, but in general, you have so many things that are for free that you can really put time in and actually get better at it, get better at it, get better at it, implement consistency. And the only person, my friend, I want you to realize this, I want you to keep this in mind. The only person that can stop you at that moment is yourself.